Bryophytes. Bryophytes are a unique group of plants. These are plants that do not have a vascular system and reproduce by the production of zygotes. So when we look at this group, we're talking about two things. Number one, no vascular system, which means these are very rudimentary plants, which means these are the original plants that we would get that would be in a transition area from the aquatic environment to the land-based environment, which means when you find these on land, they are normally found in very moist environment. It says also that they reproduce by the production of zygotes. A zygote is a fertilized egg cell. When you're looking at a zygote, there is no associated energy with that. What is meant by that is you don't have stored food for this zygote to begin to develop. It has to develop very quickly and establish itself on its own, or it's not going to make it. So this becomes very important when we understand these parts, because these are not very sophisticated things, and when you find the zygote on this, you're probably not even going to see it. Bryophytes. No vascular system, they live in a moist environment. Zygotes. Single-celled. There's no resistance to it. It can't last very long. It has to generate a new plant very quickly. Otherwise, it's not going to survive. There is simple tissue differentiation. And with simple tissue differentiation, you don't see a lot of difference between the various parts of the plant. And the sporophyte and the gametophyte occur together, which means you start out with a plant, a sporophyte. The sporophyte is going to produce the gametes. The gametes are going to be found on the sporophyte. It's going to produce the new plant directly out of the sporophyte. And so we get a intermingling, so to speak, of these two parts. Now, let's look at what we've got in here. Start out in the very basic part. It says we've got the Marcantiophyta, phyta meaning plants, and these are what we call liverworts. And we'll take a look at them, and they look kind of green and leafy, and it looks like it's got some structure to it, but it really does not have any tissue differentiation in it yet. It's starting to get some, but it's not got there yet. We see a differentiation between these to those that have elongate sporophores, and those would be in the Anthocerophyta, phyta meaning plant, antho going back to anthers. And these are often what we call the hornworts. And the hornworts would look like something like that. And again, you can see this does not look like a very differentiated plant. It's a pretty sort of thing, very unique in what it looks like, but it's photosynthetic. And again, we're going to call this a hornwort. Then we get the formation of those that have small leaf-like structures on them. So we're starting to get a transition, so to speak, to the leafy type area, and these small leaves on it would be found in the Bryophyta, and the Bryophyta are the mosses. And mosses look like that. So we're going to look at each one of these groups within this particular group. They are all non-vascular plants in that they don't have a vascular system.